We have Naruto Storm Connections online fights for your enjoyment, guys, and I have a very special video here for you today. It's gonna be basically me unchained with no lag. All of these fights basically have as close to no lag as possible. They're like a 9 out of 10 or 9.5 out of 10. And then we have the amazing Kasami and Itachi two-man duo. Dangerous characters or dangerous duo. Insane. In past games, they had these unique team names, and that was this two-man team's unique name. And it's interesting, three-mans weren't the only ones to have these unique names. Two-mans had it as well. And we'll be fighting, I'm not exactly sure how to say his name, so I just call him Cultures. We'll be fighting him in about 6 games. And look at this switch tech. Look at that switch tech, guys, with the reaction time. So that is a creative support jail with jitsus and combos. Absolutely insane. It's really, really cool. So there, man, I'm just so excited to show you this, especially the Itachi and Kasame team. It's one of my favorites, and it was one of my mains in Revolution. And I actually have all those fights still, and I might actually upload that entire rank series. I have 95% of it. I don't have all of it because a lot of the files got corrupt, like 5% of them. But yeah, I can show you like most of it. So guys, absolutely insane. Hit that like button, watch the entire video, and then tell me what you think. Look at that counter bait. So his team is really defensive, and I'm using that to my advantage. So there he actually did really, really well. Getting me with the Hidan Jutsu there with his scythe. Really good stuff. The problem with Kasami is if you want to use his water jutsu, like the one on the ground that's like a tsunami, it takes a long time for it to come back. So you have to be very careful. But looking at it now, it's still not as long, it looks like, as Sarutobi's Shuriken Jutsu. So good stuff. Look at the switching, guys. Man, the ability to be able to react, the ability to really have a real game. There are very few feelings like this that are so good in terms of gaming that I've had. And that triple water shark jitsu is so good if you can have enough time to get it off because of the damage, but also because of the guard break. So here we actually won our first match. Hit the like button and let's watch these fights. You're not going to believe how good these fights are. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more, and then I'll leave the 6th or 7th one for later on, guys, as its own video, as a special surprise for you. So keep an eye out for that. It's going to be a short 1 or 2 minute video. Here we go, guys. That quick taijutsu, that tight taijutsu. Here we baited out the counter, and then we countered him. And look at this counter or this combo support technique going crazy here, guys. Kasame swinging wild, and here I'm just having way too much fun. I didn't even know if that was possible to hit that. And look at Kasame jumping around like he's just absolutely crazy, dude. So here we go. We're avoiding the effective range there of Hidan, and we got him to get hit with a fireball. If many of you don't know, I know a lot of you know me in connections as a Minato player, and I've built that reputation in Storm 4 as well in Storm 3 back in the day. But before that, back in Storm 2, back in Generations in Storm 3 especially, and in Revolution, Itachi was my main. He still is. I just don't use him that often, and I don't, take him out and use him in a ranked fight or any kind of fight all that often. So here we're avoiding the effective range, avoiding the perfume, hitting him with the tsunami there, walking him down, doing the shuriken entries, pressuring him with the kunai bags, going in, having that fearless taijutsu, the increased actions per minute, avoiding the kick, just engulfing that kick in a tsunami, and then air combo. So many things happening so quickly. So amazing, guys. I hope you enjoyed that treat of the dangerous characters or dangerous duo. I love that team. But guys, this one is also amazing to watch. Kabuto with the last Sasuke. It's not a real team, although it is part of a team called Those Steeped in Darkness, or Orochimaru's band. Usually it's like Hebi, Sasuke, Orochimaru, Kabuto, and any of the Sound Ninja. Anko potentially as well. Those steeped in darkness is those that have the curse mark, those that have that darkness, guys. So it's just a little bit different with the last Sasuke, but I like it. I like using, we hit him with the Dead Soul Jitsu. That's how it goes. I just wanted to thank Cultures here for having great games, for being a good sport, being a just being an awesome person. He always claps at the end of pretty much every fight. He never complains, and we always have good fights. And even if regardless if he's winning or losing, and especially if he's losing, he's keeps his composure, and he's chill. He's chill about it. He's a good sport. Not a lot of people do that, and that is very commendable. And it is tough to fight me when I have no lag too. So think of it this way. It's good training. He's not going to be able to find too many players that can do this, especially in a skill-based way. You'll find a lot of skilled meta players, but not a lot of skilled players that are trying to just go for the skill, in the manual skill, not the automatic skill. But I understand why meta players do it. I understand the reliability of a lot of the characters they use. But the joy that you get from these kind of games, I can never go back. Like, I'll try the other teams, I'll try the meta teams. I don't want to be a hypocrite. I will at least try and see how those meta teams work. You'll see some meta teams from me soon in the future, or you've already started to see it, but in the future you'll start to see it. I'll for at least analysis purposes, for research purposes. Also, I think he got that Naruto Jitsu from me, because I used to use it all the time with him in our Han fights. If you go back to our Han fights, so yeah, it's great to see that we're learning from each other. That's what you want, guys. You want people to not just be like, yeah, I'm better than you, I beat you, because I am undefeated so far in this set. But that doesn't matter. It's about having good sets, and it's about learning. Like, even if it went the other way, it would be very difficult to have not won one fight, right? But knowing that there's no lag, knowing that it's a lag-free environment, knowing that this is a real thing that's happening, great setup. I love that Naruto armor, and I love how he used that Jitsu. He's not converting as much here because I'm able to react a lot. I think that was great. At first glance, I thought that would be horrible, but he did a great job. He's winning here, and he hit me with that Ottoman Rasengan, or that enhanced Jitsu, and I think he's doing a great job there. So a lot of good things. We like to point out the good things that our opponents do, not just make ourselves look good all the time, if possible. And as long as it's a real fight, it doesn't really matter what the characters are being used, unless they're doing something like story mode glitches, or they've somehow broken the game and they've hacked the game. Like, we don't deal with that. But if it's a character in the game that these creators developed, we need to try to figure out, what are the matchups, what's the counterplay, and all that. And you're entitled to your opinion. Ooh, he got us. We were trying to lurk there, go underground, and he got us. And right here, what's it going to be? Gotta love the ramen substitution bars. And we tried to pressure him here. See how we're right in his grill, right in his face, keeping that pressure by being patient. So this is how you actually don't chase, and how you aggress properly. This is how you approach properly. And then finally, after all that time, I had my opportunity. But a lot of players, even a lot of top players, with no disrespect to them, but that is a lot of them, they will actually just complain about the other person running when they're chasing. That was the right way to approach. If anyone can clip that or say anything about that, or maybe we can break that down in slow motion, and I can do a tutorial on it. Because a lot of times I know what I'm doing, but I can't explain it until I see it. So I'm kind of at that stage now where I want to analyze things for you, where I want to teach you guys things. Go back. I've been, for the last month, making tons of videos explaining things for you to help you. I'm doing it to try to help the community. I may not be right every time. I might not get it right every time, but a lot of it is valuable, and at least gives you guys discussions. So here we go. Am I going for the down combo? No, I want to keep going. Ooh, spicy. Look at man, the switching is so fire, bro. I hope to, a year from now, that we get to see a lot of people playing like this. Even three-man teams would be good, but I would love to see a larger two-man team community. I don't think the three-man team community will ever die, but the two-man community almost did die, and I think that that's an extremely sad thing. And here in this video, I am undefeated here. 5 in a row. I have not lost yet. I'm on a big streak, 5 or 6 game win streak. And this one, we'll see. We'll see what happens. I'm bringing out the classic Minato, the Minato Jonin. A lot of people know me for this Minato. You guys love to see this Minato gameplay. I definitely have, I'm one of the few people to have brought him to the highest level possible so far. Who knows what the future brings? I know he's a loved and cherished character, and there's a lot of skilled Minato players out there. So you guys keep doing your thing, you keep practicing, and who knows what will happen 1 year from now, 2 years from now, 5 years from now. I'm sure, what we really want is if there's only like 3 or 4 people that can play at this level or around this level, we want to eventually get to at least 50 people or 20 people, right? If we can go from 3 to like 50 or from 5 to 50, right? That's great. And then we can do that for a lot of different characters. And then you'll really get to see crazy competition, crazy games. But right now, these are really good games for sure. I think that Cultures has really good fundamentals. This team was extremely difficult. As you know, make sure to watch my videos on defense resistance. I've labeled it level 1 through level 7. Okay? Level 1 being the weakest, level 7 is tankiest. Konohamaru is like a level 5. He's like a level, I don't know what he is. He's like a level 5 or 6. Something like that. He's really good. Or maybe he's a level 4. He's no weaker than a level 4, whereas Minato is a level 2. Minato is really weak, and so is Tenten. So I take more damage throughout this fight. So when I get hit, it's an advantage for him. If he hits me more than I hit him, I basically lose. So I can't get caught. If I get caught, I'm done. So as you can see, look at his health. He would already be done. The match would be over if he was a weaker defense resistance character. Check out my videos on that, the top 20 strongest characters in the game, the top 10 weakest characters, and the defense tier list, guys. The defense resistance tier list. Check it out on the DontLoseToFear YouTube channel. We got to all educate ourselves about this, because you're going to win a lot more games, and you're not going to lose as many games as you're losing, and you'll win more. Or at least you'll know what's going on. Yeah, this Konohamaru guy, it's a tank, guys. For all the Konohamaru mains out there, it's your time, bro. He's really good. He's really good. All the best to all of you. Take care. Peace.